Wife swap. But it's your wife and I going for drinks while you teach my husband how to clean a sink after shaving. Okay? Thanks.
No, we're totally just gonna drink beer and be glad the wives are out of our hair.
This man seems to forget that his wife probably has social media and will be pretty upset when she sees that message, and he's going to be sleeping on the couch tonight. I like that thought. If the rest of the posts we see are just like this one, it's going to be a good day. Okay, here we go. My wife wanted to get 2 kittens, but I am the man in this house, so we got 2 kittens. I feel like this happens more often than men like to admit. She says you're just looking at a house, you're buying a house. She says you're just shopping for minivans, you're buying a minivan. It's just the way of marriage. I love it. Husband, I thought you were dieting. Me, I am. Husband, you just ate 6 Oreos. Me, yes, but I want to eat 12. See? Dieting. I felt this to my core. Don't ask about our diet. Just embrace the fact we've decided to have one to look better for you. Wife, I'm going to wind down. Me, you mean wind down. Wife, no. Wine. The nectar of the gods. It is something you men will never understand and we hold so dear to our hearts. It is what keeps you alive. You're welcome. Me, honey, it's really muggy out today. Wife, if I go outside and all of our mugs are on the front lawn, I'm leaving you. Me, sips coffee from a bowl. This is something I believe every man would do after reading or hearing this on this video. Please do, and then send a comment down below and let me know how it goes. Or have your wife do it after your funeral. One of the two. Me, they've got little green lemons at the store. Wife, limes. Me, no, absolutely true. If this is you, please just don't. Sorry, I was late because I had to find all the things that were in plain sight for my husband. I have to say, this is more something I would find for my children rather than my husband, but since it says husband, this is where it sits. Pulls curtain back while wife is in the shower. Me, are we? Stop screaming, it's just me. Are we out of Cheetos? I feel like I would go to prison after this sentence being said to me. Yep, I would go to prison. Me, swings door open. Welcome to our pandemic summer house. Husband, this is just our tool shed with a starfish nailed to the door. Don't stomp on her hopes and dreams. Enjoy it. The pandemic, which will soon be a everlasting memory for all of us here in 2022, and our grandchildren will wonder if we're insane when we talk about it. Memories. My wife is finally coming home from her long trip, so you know what I'm getting tonight. Yelled at. I'm getting yelled at. I love this one so much. Although my husband states that it is written incorrectly. He feels that it should have the sentence, I don't know what for, but I'm going to be yelled at the end. I agree with him. The miss and I have been married so long she can finish my sentences. She also starts most of them and supplies the middle parts too. I don't know if I do this for my husband. He's shaking his head yes, so let's assume it's accurate. Way to go. I told my husband I wanted a hedgehog, and he said we don't need a hedgehog. Long story short, we're picking it up on Thursday. I feel like this is the same woman who wanted the 2 cats when her husband did not. If that's the case, way to create a zoo, dear, and I hope I get to see it someday. Husband got excited thinking I was touching myself under the covers, but I was actually just opening a Kit Kat I didn't want to share. I need to know, is this a common thing? I don't know if I would hide candy underneath my covers from someone sitting less than a foot from me who would be able to hear me fart, let alone open a piece of candy. But if you do it, let me know. 5-year-old, dressed as Elsa, zap, you're frozen. Me, I don't have time to play right now. Wife, take out the trash. Me, can't, I'm frozen. This movie is extremely popular and extremely annoying all at the same time.
Let it go, let it go.
Wow. Wife reaches for the fries on my plate. Me slides grocery divider between plates. Wife, you said you didn't take that from the store. Me, and you said you didn't want any fries. But here we are. This is a never-ending cycle between a husband and a wife. She says she doesn't want anything. He says he does. She ends up eating half of whatever he got, and he is frustrated. I think we should end the cycle. Just put on fancy socks and a nightshirt with no food stains so I can try to seduce my husband later. Whatever happened to negligees? Do you remember negligees, where women used to get dressed and look their best to play the game hide the pork sword? Now they just don't wear underwear and wear a big t-shirt and expect to get laid. If this is you, just don't. My wife got a Fitbit for the sole purpose of proving how many times I wake her up in the middle of the night by snoring. This only works if the man doesn't believe that he is actually snoring loud enough to wake his wife up in the middle of the night multiple times. If he does, this makes no sense, and his wife just gets excited about spending money that doesn't need to be spent in order to create problems that do not need to be there. My wife and I reaching for the last chicken wing at the same time. I swear to God, I will divorce you. Food sharing seems to be a common issue within marriages posted on social media. I've never had this problem per se, but I'm wondering if all of you are having that issue as well. If you have trouble sharing food with your spouse, what is the one thing that you just cannot share with them? And if they were to take it, what would you do? On Facebook, 5 years ago, I married my best friend, my soulmate. I love you. In real life, eat all the leftovers again and I will end you. Ah, love. Isn't it amazing how comfortable you can get with someone? So comfortable, in fact, that you can express to them that if they touch anything that you do not want them to touch, they will murder you and will never get caught. What I said, can you put your dish away? What my husband heard, you can put your dish away if you want, or I can sigh heavily and do it myself after 3 hours of waiting for you to do it. Sadly, this is a common thing in my household as well. I'm not sure the reason as to why they feel like they can test out the waters to see how long it will take you to either go into a psychotic break or just do it yourself and hold in the anger like a psychopath getting ready to go into an asylum. Wife, you pick dinner. Me, No. Me. What do you want? Wife, it's up to you. I sadly am one of these women. Not that I do it intentionally, of course. I want him to be able to get something he would like to. I just forget that most of the things he wants to eat, I don't. So it creates a bit of a problem, and I turn into that wife. Me. Do you ever wonder when you'll die? Husband. When you tell me to, I imagine. This made me giggle. Now I know, just as you know, her husband was probably being a little over the top. But I feel like this wife truly believed what he was saying. I've never asked my husband if he wondered when he would die, unless I was angry with him and was asking when he wanted to die. Well, my lovelies, that is the last one for us today. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Don't forget to like, go ahead and subscribe, leave me a comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought, and come back again. I'll be here enjoying myself, reading other people's woes.